Hi, Mr. Corsi here. We're given two vectors A and B. We're told they're components in unit vector form, ijk form, and we're asked first of all to express 2A plus B in component form. So that's twice A, which has components 4, -2, 2, plus B, which has components -2, 1, P. So the components of 2A plus B will be twice 4, that's 8, plus -2, that's 8 minus 2, 6 for the x component. Two lots of -2 is -4, plus 1 is -3 for the y component. Two 2's are 4 plus P, 4 plus P for the z component. So that's part A. Now part B says, hence find the values of P for which the magnitude of 2A plus B is equal to 7. So the magnitude of a vector, just a reminder of that, if we have a vector V with components A, B and C, then its magnitude is the square root of A squared plus B squared plus C squared. So that's the result about magnitudes. So in this case we're looking at the magnitude of the vector with 6, -3, 4 plus P as components. So that'll be the square root of 6 squared plus -3 squared plus 4 plus P squared. That's the square of the three components added, and we take the square root of that, and we're told that that equals 7. So let's have a look at this equation. First of all, let's get rid of the square root sign, and both on the left hand side we'll square. The opposite of square rooting is squaring, so we'll square both sides of this equation, and that square root sign will disappear. So that's our first step, and 7 squared is 49. So let's do all this squaring. 36, -3 squared is 9, and we've still got 4 plus P squared. Now on the left hand side, 36 plus 9 is 45. Let's take 45 away from both sides of the equation. 45 from 49 is 4. And there's two ways of going ahead with this. Let's take the easiest way first, which we square root both sides. Now there is a problem with this method. Let's just have a look at x squared equals 4 and square root both sides. X does not equal 2. It equals 2 or -2. So when we take the square root of both sides, we need to account for both positive and negative square roots. So in this case, 4 plus P will equal 2 or -2. There's two possibilities there. So let's separate them. I've got 4 plus P equals 2 or 4 plus P equals -2. If this was the case, taking 4 from both sides, we get -2 for the value of P. And if this was the case, taking 4 from both sides, we get -6 for the value of P. Now the other possibility here is to square out and then recognize that we have a quadratic equation to solve, and then use the factorizing if possible, and 2 times 6 would be 12, where the outside 2 are 6p, the inside 2 is 2p. We add them to get 8p. So there's our two factors there for one or other of them 0, so P plus 2 equals 0, or P plus 6 is equal to 0. So P is -2 or P is -6, as we had before. So that's the two possible values for b that make the magnitude of the vector 2a plus b 7. So that's Mr. Carsey signing out, and thanks for watching this video.